environmental law didn't really exist when in a big way, when I went to law school. I went to a good law school in New York University, but there was no environmental law course. So I had to study other things like property law and so on. I wound up later on teaching the first environmental law course there. But I found my way into environmental law by working with a group called the Natural Resources Defense Council, which is kind of like an American version of Client Earth.
Mm-hmm. So that would have looked at like planning and safety of river. I mean, what was the remit?
It did all that, but they brought some of the first Clean Air Act cases in the United States. I, with them, brought a sequence of 60 and then 100 Clean Water Act cases. So they were using the big American statutes. And in law school, I got to intern with them. And the way I got there was that a friend of mine, when I was running the law review at NYU, came to me and said, James, there's this clinical program that's going on. You've never heard of this place called NRDC, but you'd love it. They do environmental work, and they're brilliant, and they're really eccentric, and I think you'd fit right in. I said, yes.
So what were the cases? What was the first case you worked on?
The very first case I worked on there was about trying to prevent oil drilling off the coast of the United States.
Right. And what was the law that you tried to put through to stop it?
Well, that was one of those cases where you were using, in that case, the Coastal Zone Management Act, it's called. So using existing law and using litigation to try and stop the government from doing stupid things.
So what, anything within like a 12-mile limit?
Well, this actually was at that point out to about 30 miles. And it was it covered the entire coast of the United States.
There must have been huge opposition to that from very big players.
Yes, there was in the early years. I mean, all of the oil and gas interests, even more powerful than they are now, really.
So what happened?
We won.
How? And how did you win?
Knowing what the law said, coming up with the right arguments, and arguing it in the right way.
Did it feel amazing?
It felt really good.